Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Before we get started, let's go ahead and do our quick protocol. So find an oil that is speaking to you. I have some wild orange tonight. Always nice to pop your oil in your screen so everybody can see what you're using. Ooh, yellow mandarin. Is that On Guard, Kate? Yeah. Still going hard with the On Guard, huh? Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Put your hand over your heart. Repeat after me. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I kind of feel bad. I should have reminded more people. I think sometimes having that 3-day weekend always throws some people off. So hopefully everyone remembers to jump on our call tonight. So tonight we have Marissa, who's going to share with us about our 2 amazing holiday oils, Holiday Joy and Holiday Peace. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to her in just a second. I will be continuing the call. The business topic tonight is going to be BOGO Prep. So we are back at it again. We are anticipating BOGOs. So we're going to talk about some BOGO Prep at the end. And I feel like I forgot something already, but I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to Marissa. So I'm going to share my screen. And she created a beautiful PowerPoint for us presentation. Look how beautiful and festive that is. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute. I'm going to mute myself, and then you can unmute yourself, Marissa, if that's okay.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, thumbs up. Okay, so Liza, if you'll take the first slide. So I am Marissa, and if you don't know, and as Buddy the Elf is here to tell you, I'm here to talk to you about the holiday oils. And if you need some holiday joy in your life, don't worry, because doTERRA sells that in a bottle. So tonight is all about holiday joy and holiday peace because, of course, our holiday oils and items are out right now and the holidays are right around the corner. So we're going to start off by talking about holiday joy. And I'm not reading verbatim, but I'm just pulling a couple of things from the the Essential Oils Emotional book, because both of these oils are not internal use oils. They're for our mood and uplifting. So first off, holiday joy invites people to come together and experience the warmth and comfort of positive relationships. It fosters feelings of joy, celebration, and excitement. It cultivates a spirit of simplification, peace, and connectedness as the focus of the holidays. Holiday joy can also comfort individuals who are either without family or have estranged relationships due to distance or the inability to heal. Well, sometimes emotionally distancing ourselves may be appropriate in abusive behaviors. But this blend reminds us that separation is most often not a long-term solution, and it offers us a gentle reminder to embrace the love and warmth that healthy family relationships can bring. So the ingredients in this blend, which if you haven't smelled, smells like Christmas in a bottle, is Siberian fir, wild orange, which is really that uplifting component, clove, cinnamon, cassia, Douglas fir, nutmeg, which can help release feelings of doubt, and vanilla. And as you can see from this slide, it can also help with negative emotions such as feeling stressed, estranged relationships, closed, cold, hypertensive, defensive, poor boundaries, and imbalanced giving. So Liza, if you can hit the next slide. I also included a little graphic for you guys about ways to use the Holiday Joy essential oil. So of course, my favorite way to use it is just by simply diffusing it throughout your home through the holidays. You can apply it to your clothing or your scarves to smell like Christmas and stay energized while you do that Christmas shopping. You can create a little mist or a room spray that you can spray your room with, or if you have a fake tree, this is also really great for that too. And you can even add 1 to 2 drops to a homemade potpourri for the holiday season. And I also included a little graphic for you of some of the favorite diffuser blends that all include Holiday Joy. And I know you can't see my mouse, but I'm kind of pointing to the little corner. It got cut off, the gingerbread, but in case you want it, it's on Google. And gingerbread is 3 drops of Holiday Joy and 3 drops of cardamom. So moving on to Holiday Peace, which is considered the oil of contemplation. And it reminds us that there are seasons and cycles for all living things. And the peaceful aroma of this blend invites individuals to surrender to the stillness of the season and allows time to search out the deeper meaning behind their experiences. And oftentimes reflecting on the wisdom gained from the past will provide us with strength and perspective that we need for new growth, especially heading into the new year. It's also an excellent companion for generational healing. Holiday Peace is a powerful facilitator for helping individuals connect to their ancestral story. It gently leads the soul towards truth and discovering what has been unresolved from previous generations. Some of the ingredients that are in our Holiday Peace are Siberian fir, grapefruit, Douglas fir, green fir, frankincense, and vetiver. Can you go back real quick, Liza? Sorry, I was too slow. Oh, did she disappear?
No, I'm here. I just do this every week. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I have to figure out how to go back better.
I can keep talking so that
Okay,
way.
yeah, you keep talking and I'll figure out how to.
Okay, so when Liza pulls up this slide again, you'll see that the negative emotions that Holiday Peace can help with is feeling busy, scattered energy, depleted energy, unresolved generational issues like I talked about, and then also ignoring the body's messages. Then now we can go to the next slide, sorry. And then again, I have the ways to use Holiday Peace. Again, you can diffuse just to create a serene atmosphere. It's very grounding. It has all those fir trees in them. Vetiver, which is another grounding oil. You can apply 1 to 2 drops on a clay ornament if you want to make some clay ornaments with your kiddos. And then again, you can also create a room spray for your room, for your fake tree, for wreaths, and just all around just Holiday Peace. And then again, I included the diffuser blends that include Holiday Peace in them, and remind you that Holiday Peace encourages feelings of security, openness to opportunity, strong, capable, confident, supported, upheld, hopeful, feeling safe, and empowered. And that's the 2 holiday blends, which smell amazing. They're 2 of my favorites. So if you don't have them, I highly suggest them because I like them both in their own way.
Yay! Thank you, Marissa. Marissa was very nervous about sharing tonight, but she did really good. I forgot to tell her to use spearmint. Spearmint is the oil of finding your voice, but you did amazing. And I loved all the slides that you put together for us. So thank you for sharing about our 2 holiday oils. We really appreciate it. Nice job. So just a reminder that besides holiday peace and holiday joy, that we still actually do have harvest spice apparently available to buy. And typically the holiday oils will end in December. Sometimes they sell out. So if you do want to get some of those, I highly recommend that. Another holiday item that just sold out recently was the lava rock diffusers. Last year, those actually sold out on the first day, like the first hour. So they lasted a lot longer. But holiday products are selling out. So if you want to get your hands on those, be sure to get that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to sharing my screen. And I just had a slide here, not that one, although, okay, about just a reminder that the holiday items are still out. And so we still want to be helping people get a hold of those. I cannot believe a few of these haven't sold out yet. And then of course, I just put this picture here for the new products. If you want the ebook, you don't have the ebook, it's in our Facebook group. You can find it there. It might still be in the announcements, but if not, you can just look like new product book or something, and it should pop up if you search in the group. But convention kits. The last post-convention tour is in 3 days. And then the convention kits are going to be what they have until they sell out. And convention kits are still an incredible deal. You still save over $100 off of the wholesale prices if you buy those together. Now, good news is that all the products are out, so you can buy them separately. But if you want more Yarrow Palm body serum or the capsules, the only way you can get them until January 1st is going to be, is it January 1st or December 1st? Who wants to? I know that the holiday kit comes out December 1st. So you could buy body serum and the Yarrow Palm products in the holiday kit that comes out December 1st. I think it's January 1st, though, that the full-size products come out. So just a reminder that those are still available, and to still remind people as well, that is still an incredible deal, the convention products. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about BOGOs. All right, oops, extra bullet. So first of all, yay for BOGOs. Now, do I know for sure that BOGOs are happening? No, I don't. But we're just going to manifest it and put it out there. And in all the years that I've done doTERRA, they have not had a November without BOGOs. Actually, to prepare for tonight's call is very interesting. I actually watched our BOGO Prep call from November of last year when we were going to be a diamond team. So it was kind of really cool to go back and watch that. And I guess it was weird to listen to myself, but also to just revisit that time in our team's sort of inception. And I remember starting the call by talking about how amazing and I'm looking something up on my phone, how amazing the beginning of our month was. And I think from holiday items alone last year, I think I said we did about 15,000 in volume on day 1 of the month last year, last November. And this year, that our average for a team is about 50,000 OV, which hasn't really changed. But I want to tell you guys what we did this year, if I can find the text, because I think it was, well, I want to look it up first. So last year was 15. Sorry, I just thought of this now. I apologize. Let's see. I'm looking through my DMO texts. Okay, it was about the same. We did about 15,000 in holiday. But that's kind of crazy, you guys. 15,000, that's $15,000 in holiday products, day 1. Okay, so yay BOGOs. first of all, know your goals so you know where your volume needs to go. Okay. So when I say this, if you're doing success check-in, you should be doing this every week anyway, where you know what your goal for rank is and power of 3 is, and you know exactly where you are today in that. So if I'm going for diamond, I know where my volume needs to go in order, or what legs are lacking in order to help me achieve diamond. Okay. And then also for power of 3, you also want to watch for orders that you can bump up and get to 100 PV LRP. I love that doTERRA does this. They allow us to combine multiple orders. So if you're working on any type of power of 3 bonus, you want to kind of be paying attention to people who maybe process 100 PV orders that are less than 100 PV orders. You want to make sure that you communicate with them during BOGO week however they communicate best, and that they understand how to process their BOGOs on an LRP. Okay. Now, why is this important? Because you need to know where your volume goes. So for some of you, you're like, well, I don't know that. If you don't know that, then you need to connect with the person that enrolled you to help you figure out what your rank goal and what your power of 3 goal is. Okay. And to help you learn how to pay attention to that in the back office. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to stop sharing so I can come back to the screen and kind of see who's on here. Okay, a lot of you guys are not going to place BOGOs on your account. Say what? Yes, yes. Okay, some of you will. And if you don't know who you are, talk to the person who is your direct upline or your enroller that should be able to help you through that. So what I mean is this: once you are going for any rank past elite, you need to pay attention to where that volume goes. Any structure past elite, volume has to be concentrated in specific ways. Okay, so when you're elite, you just need 3,000 OV for you and your entire team. So it's fine at that point if you put all of your BOGO orders just on your account. But once you're starting to go for any ranks higher than that, Premier and beyond, now with Premier structure, you have 2 separate legs that are 2,000 OV each, okay, for Premier. Well, if you place all your BOGOs there, that doesn't help either leg, okay? So you're going to want to strategically place BOGOs, okay? The same goes for your power of 3. If you're going for a power of 3, say you're less than an elite though, but you're going for your power of 3, you might place some BOGOs on your account. But if you have 200 PV LRP orders and you only have one at 50 or 60 going into BOGO week, you're going to try to hopefully help the person who's at a 50 or 60 PV LRP get a couple of BOGOs during the week. And if not, you might ask them, hey, do you mind if you buy me a couple of BOGOs and I'll pay you back, or I'll order the BOGOs on your account, whatever feels most comfortable to them. However, I do recommend it is better for them to place the order and you pay them back if that's at all possible, okay? But for some people, they don't even want to charge it or put it on their debit card or whatever. So you can, if they're comfortable with it, and if you're comfortable with it, log into their account and place an order to yourself with your credit card shipped to you for those BOGOs, okay? But the best case scenario is that they buy it for you and you pay them back, all right? So, any other ranks past elite and any power of 3 that you're going for, which everyone should be at least going for their 50 power of 3, you're not going to place necessarily all your BOGOs. So I don't have time tonight to go through everybody's specific situation. But if you do mentor calls with me and this is something that you want to talk about on your next mentor call, we can totally delve a little deeper into that. Raise your hand if you need more guidance on that, just on who's the call, Who's on the call that needs more guidance about where would I put my BOGO orders? Okay, good. Awesome. All right, then. Moving on. Okay. So, people that are watching the replay know that you can reach out to somebody. Okay. So, leveraging enrollments, especially with that 50 PV promo. So, you guys, last year they did this 50 PV promo during November too, except I don't know if you guys remember, but they also gave us 50 PV for enrolling people, but they took that part away. So just remember that the initial enrollment does always have to have 100 PV. Sometimes doTERRA will make exceptions, but you really just don't want to take the chance. So how do you get an enrollment if they only want one BOGO? Well, you can ask them to buy you some BOGOs that you need. And the payoff is that you get fast start and they'll get the 50 PV for free. Okay. I want to come back to when I talked about asking people to buy you BOGOs. The benefit for them is that they get the points back in free product. That's the benefit for them. So we always want to be able to tell our customers that what we're asking them to do is a benefit to them. It should never just be about being a benefit to us. So when you do order off of their LRP, or if they place an order for you, that's the benefit for them. They're getting the points back in the free product. Okay. I want to say this, and I want to say it loud and clear so everybody can hear. We never, ever, ever are asking people to buy product that they don't need or want. If you ever feel like that, please tell the person that's making you feel like that you don't appreciate it. And that Liza said, we don't ever make anybody feel like that, because that's really important to me. I know that in some of the horror stories I hear from people who talk about failed MLM experiences is that they were forced to buy all this product. We only want people to buy product that they're going to use and want. And that they need. Now, if people are just consumers and they're excited and they want, it's not our place, but I'm telling you this as builders because I never want the message to be that we expect people to buy a whole bunch of stuff just to make rank goals. Or you have to make conscientious decisions about how much you spend, how much you're putting out, and what you're getting in return. So just some quick, simple scenarios is that, like, for a power of three $50 bonus, even I'm willing to spend $50 to make that, because to me that's free product. I'm okay with that. Okay. But you should never be spending more than what you're making. You should at least break even, at least get free product, or be making money. Last month was probably, I did have to buy into Diamond. And you can buy into Diamond up to $3,000 to hit Diamond. Okay. I bought in about $500 or $600. But to make $3,000, that's worth it. Right. So, and I can use the product, and I can get rid of it because I give away so much product and samples and all that kind of stuff. So I just want that to be really clear, because it's really important to me that for our team and as builders, we all know and understand that as a team, we are only ever asking people to buy products that they're going to use, that they really need, and that they really want. Okay. All right. If you have anything to share, please stop me at any time. Okay. So, building BOGO excitement. I feel like my slides are out of place, but that's okay. We'll come back to them. Building BOGO excitement. Let your customers and potential customers know there are BOGOs. So first of all, okay. So once BOGOs are announced, don't wait to let people know that they're announced. Do all the things, send an email, text, call if some people are only, going to pick up the phone and talk to you. Posting on social media is great, you guys. Don't get me wrong, but it just isn't enough. And the truth is that when we started doing this 5 or 6 years ago, I would get tons of responses via social media. Now I rarely get any via social media. The majority of where people respond to me is via text. Okay. So as soon as we find out, let people know that BOGOs are happening. And then know how people communicate. I personally have the most success with texting. I use the Hit 'em Up app. There might be other ways that people are doing this. If there are, please share with us. And then I just think timeliness is so important. And when I look at this, it doesn't feel like timeliness is spelled like that. It looks like timelines. I don't know. Can a teacher tell me? Not the best speller. Okay. Timeliness. Doesn't look like timeliness. Anyway, let people know as soon as we find out it's happening. Post and share ASAP with people. Don't wait a few hours before the time is up. Okay. I don't know that they're going to do the same format that they've been doing. So I can tell you this much. I don't think they're going to do the announce, right at midnight Mountain Time, and then you have 24 hours. The last time they gave us some warning, which was super awesome. What I've heard rumor of is that they're going to do something similar to what they did in Europe, which is they announced 3 BOGOs on one day, and you had 3 days to order all 3 of those BOGOs up. So if the limit was 5, you could order 5 of each of those BOGOs within those 3 days. Does that make sense? That's what I'm hearing is going to happen, which I think is really cool because it saves people on shipping. I think that was one thing. As a company, we're trying to lessen our carbon footprint. So they're not shipping out boxes every day, but rather they can package things together if they actually do that. So I think that might be what happens. Now, I don't know how much notice we're going to get, but I'm hoping that it'll be at least 24 hours. And then what I heard is that they did that twice. So there was like, for instance, they announced on Monday, or the BOGO went live Monday at midnight and then ended Wednesday at midnight Mountain Time. And you could buy those 3 BOGOs during that time period. And then the following week, they announced another set of 3 BOGOs. Okay. So that's what we're hearing is going to happen. That could be a possibility. All right. So, but don't wait a few hours before the time is up to post or let people know about the BOGO. Like, timeliness is everything. Pay attention to the time zone, Mountain Standard Time. Right now, there's only a 3-hour difference with Hawaii. So instead of 4 hours, now it's 3 hours. Keep in mind too that BOGOs can run out. So even with the potential of them doing like the announcing 3 and then giving you 3 days, if it's a BOGO that you think you'll sell like your 5 of or whatever, you might want to go ahead and order those right away. What did they sell out of last time? The diffusers, yeah? The diffusers with the 2 oils. Yeah. So those sold out. So things can sell out, and that there is that disclaimer. So, I mean, doTERRA always tries to make things right as much as possible. Oh, Blue Tansy sold out too. Yeah, Blue Tansy sold out. I remember waiting for Blue Tansy, and then I had to cover, or Aisha too, covered some of the Roman chamomile with the Blue Tansy, I think, because they ran out of the BOGO and we took orders, right? And so we still needed to honor those. So, okay. Just remember to be of service. Communicate with your customers. Try to catch the one-time orders and get them changed to LRP orders or AS. These are the codes that doTERRA uses. So what you can see in the back office and make sense of if it's a one-time order, an auto ship. This is just a great time to help people reactivate too. And just remember that we have to teach people. I think a lot of times we get so excited about the BOGOs and we're like, BOGOs are great. The BOGO is great. Buy it. And people are like, okay, but I don't know why. I don't know why celery seed and lemon eucalyptus are great oils. Like, we have to educate people about why the products in the BOGOs are so valuable. And I use this example the last time, but if you think back to a couple years ago, we had that Terrazyme BOGO. And I don't know about you guys, I think it was a digestin oil and a Terrazyme. And like nobody bought that BOGO because nobody at that time on our team was really educating about TerraZyme. And so we just have to remember that even though we know why these products are awesome and amazing, not everybody does. This is a great graphic. It's in our builders group. If you just type in BOGO, it's there. This is a great graphic to post once BOGOs do come out, because no matter what, this is still relevant. And these are just some of the nuances that people get hung up on with BOGOs. People don't realize they can process multiple LRPs on their account. Some people don't realize that they have to actually proceed to checkout. So they leave the BOGO in their cart, log out, and then the BOGO, the first oil you pay for will stay in your cart maybe, but the rest will disappear. 50 PV or more, so you earn an additional 10 to 30% back in rewards. But you always get your shipping back if you do on LRP. Again, Mountain Standard Time, and just pay attention to the max quantity and try to take advantage of as many BOGOs as you can. I think I wanted to say this earlier. Let's not forget that the goal when we BOGO is to enroll. It's always to enroll, you guys. So when you post or when you text and non-customers that aren't enrolled are telling you that they want the BOGO, this is a great time to get people started with doTERRA. I love November and BOGO because I enroll a ton of people, okay? And so even though this kit is no longer, the Home Essentials kit is no longer correct, this graphic is still totally on point. You have that first option, pay the $35 membership fee, and then you choose the oils you want. Or option 2, you choose a kit, you get a bigger discount, your membership fee is waived, and then you add the BOGO as well, okay? Now, as an option, again, this is totally optional, but I personally, and I've talked about this before, I love to gift enroller. I love to gift memberships, okay? Now, it really depends where you're at in your journey and if you can afford that or not. But I have enrolled tons of people during BOGO months, and I'll typically only enroll them and reimburse their membership fee if they get a minimum number of BOGOs, and that will cover their fast start, will always cover covers the majority of their membership fee. Okay, so that is one idea. You also can incentivize on your own, always, if you have your own product, extra rollers, extra things that you have lying around, even just oils, supplies, and so forth. But BOGOs is just a great time to have that conversation with somebody, because if they're telling you they're interested in a BOGO, it's the perfect time to say, have you considered a wholesale membership? These are all the benefits of the wholesale membership. Then you can order the rest of your BOGOs for on your own account for the, whatever. And what's kind of cool that I just thought of is that if they do announce 3 BOGOs at one time, I would bet that if they bought one of each of those 3 BOGOs, I'd probably get them way close to 100 PV, which would then give them 50 PV in product. And if it didn't, I bet you it would be like 1 citrus bottle or 1 On Guard cleaner concentrate bottle away from 100 PV. So that's actually, I just thought of it, another really cool benefit if doTERRA does roll out sets of BOGOs like that. That would be really, yeah, that would be really enticing and incentivizing. And again, if they're like 1 BOGO away from, say they want 2 of the 3 BOGOs and they're 30 PV short from the 50 free, maybe, don't offer to pay their membership fee, but just say, will you buy me an extra one of those On Guard BOGOs or whatever, and I'll pay you back. And the benefit to you is you get $50 in free product credit. Like, I can't imagine somebody saying no to that. Even if they only wanted 1 BOGO and you bought 2 or 3 more of them, you know, I just cannot imagine people being like, no, thanks, I don't want $50 of free product. So they already make their money back for the $35 membership fee, plus they're getting, you know, extra product for free as well. So there is nothing but win-win-win all around. Okay, so that was a lot of me talking, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. Many of us have been around the BOGO block, but we're in a different place in our journey, so maybe you have some questions. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you do.
Liza, so with the promo this month, that first enrollment order does need to be at 100. It can't be like pieced together, right? Okay, no. Just want to be clear on that.
Now I want to say this though. A couple of you have enrolled people this month for less than 100 PV. Keisha's, I think, was 5 or 10 PV, 5 PV short. But Keisha had them call. They bought one more thing and they honored the 50 PV. doTERRA will do that. You just got to be timely. Like, you cannot wait 2 weeks and then go like, oh, they can, you know, if you catch it. Like, Jan, yours was only 90, right? So I don't know if you helped her catch that, but yeah. So, I mean, could they possibly honor it in BOGO week? Maybe, but I would bet they're going to be way stricter about it during BOGO week than they are right now. Yeah. You know, like a lot of times when people enroll, it's little things like they're looking at the dollar amount versus the PV amount and stuff like that. So, you know, you never know. doTERRA is pretty generous. It's not like they're, you know, chintzy and like don't want to give people the free, but I think the rule is the initial order altogether should be 100 PV. And honestly, that's in the benefit of everyone. Even if they want one BOGO, that it's, you know, and then the beauty, you guys, is you make the fast start too. So if they order it for you, you're making fast start. I know people get hung up on the points. Listen, if you want all of your points, fine, order it on your account. But then don't forget that you're not making unilevel commission on that. That's not helping you for power of 3, and it's not helping you for rank. So, you know, you'll get bonus points in other ways, believe me. Like, yeah. So people have a hard time with that though, giving up the points. So, I mean, obviously we can't tell you where to order them. If you want to order them all on your account, you can, but we just want to help everybody reach their goals while also maximizing BOGOs, because we know people are going to want them and you're going to want them. Anybody else have any other questions? John, I'll unmute you. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Since we have our own points we accumulate, when are those like they expire? Like, I know people said like you should try to use up your bonus points or else it's gone. Is that true?
Yeah. So your points that you earn expire in a year from the time you earn them. So people that enroll this month, they have a year to use those points out. So what happens is the points go out in the order that they've come in. So what I try to do is every 3 to 4 months, I redeem a ton of points at one time. Just because I'm silly and I only want to pay $3 like on like a $400 order free stuff. So, but that way, if I'm placing points orders every 3 or 4 months, I know I'm cycling out what I'm earning as the new points are coming in. Yeah. So don't sit on your points too long. And if you're not sure and it's been a while, you can track all of your last 3-month orders in your back office. If you haven't used points in 3 months, it's probably time for you to place an order with points so that you know that you're not losing anything and you're cycling what's coming. Yeah. So yeah, good question. People will have a year from when the points drop in your account to use them. any type of points that are given to you for any purposes is a year. Anybody else have any other questions? No? Okay. Anything, Kate or Kanan, that I didn't catch, or anybody else?
I wanted to just say we can kind of revisit, Liza touched on this a little bit, but we can revisit and go over everyone's teams if you want with you individually to know like exactly where you should be placing them. And the more you do it, of course, you'll get better about it and know where they go. Like, I don't want to say like we're going to hold your hand, but in the beginning, it does get kind of overwhelming. I know I felt really overwhelmed, and I was like, Liza was at my beck and call like all the time. Like I'm pushing, I mean, obviously you got to know your goal, but like I'm pushing for silver. What should I do? Where should this go? You know, blah, blah, blah. And so don't hesitate to like reach out and be like, this is my goal. This is where I'm at. What do I need to do? And this was, you know, this is where we would actually take a lot of orders in the past. I mean, now we really encourage, I mean, we've always encouraged people to order on their account. But in the past, we've taken like a bunch of orders, especially if it's like an On Guard peppermint or something like that. We'd have like 20 orders, and you can break that all up and place it exactly where you need, if the max is 5 or, you know, however they choose to do it this time around. So kind of just keep that in the back of your mind. Like if you have people that maybe don't want to enroll, always throw that enrollment idea out. But if they don't want to enroll, those are like, I know we all have a list of, okay, these are the people that just want to order, just doing BOGOs. They want to jump on this deal. So kind of have your list set, so to speak, so you're not feeling so overwhelmed when BOGOs come around.
Just to piggyback on that, I feel like my builders are at the point where they are starting to help their people underneath them. So highly encourage, if you have a builder or sharer underneath you that is not on this call tonight, please tag them so that they hear all these tips and they understand what to do themselves, and then also touch bases with them personally so they understand all these basics too. And I think as our teams grow, it's great that we're learning more and more how to work the BOGOs, but just make sure you can replicate that and that your builders can teach their builders, and then we know we want to continue that process. And then my second thing I wanted to say is keep track of your orders. I know I make lists in my notebook on whose account I ordered off of and who I'm selling it to, so that I can, if I need to look back at an order number or the account, I know where to look back at. And then when people are paying you, if they do buy BOGOs from you, make sure they pay you with Venmo or a check or PayPal so that you have a copy of it, just in case doTERRA does question how much you're purchasing for yourself, which some of us probably won't get to that point that they would question, but I know Kanani and I a couple once had to prove that we were selling what we were purchasing. So just keep track of those things. If people give you checks, save them in an envelope. If you do that's what I do with my mobile deposits, or take pictures of them. And then you can also, you have your Venmo is on your phone, so you can always find it. So definitely try to get some sort of tracking system just so you can keep track, and try not to get cash because it's hard to prove cash.
So what Kate is talking about is a process called auditing, okay? And you can get audited at any time from doTERRA. And we've all been audited, well, the 3 of us. I don't know if Aisha's ever been audited. Have you been audited, Aisha? No. And so it sounds like, I don't actually know. Did they call it auditing? Sounds like so IRS-y, doesn't it? But doTERRA has legitimate buy-in amounts. Okay, so from every rank from silver on, you have an amount that you can buy in. This is totally legitimate. Okay, the company caps it because they don't want it messing with, they don't want people buying in to get a bonus and messing with the bonus pools unless they're legitimately hitting those ranks. Okay, so I talked about with Diamond, actually the first time that you hit Diamond, your buy-in can be as much as like $4,000, and then it lessens, and then after the third time you hit Diamond, I think it's 2,500 or 3,000 is what you're buying in. Blue Diamond, I don't even know what the Blue Diamond buy-in is. It's crazy. Okay, but I think silver is like 100 or 150. Gold is like 500-ish. Platinum is about 1,500-ish. It has to be less than what your bonus is. So doTERRA totally knows that people buy product on other people's accounts. But if they see that you've bought an excessive amount of product on many people's accounts, and then you hit a certain rank or goal, they're just going to want you to prove that people actually bought the product from you, that you were not just buying all of it so that you could hit a rank or goal. So that's why Venmo and PayPal is so great, because if you did ever have to prove it, we'd just take screenshots of like, you know, all the Venmo transactions and stuff and send it off to them. Checks, I just take pictures of bunches of checks and I just keep them until the time that once you're paid out for it though, it's done. And then I just dump all that information. Like I trash those pictures and stuff. But just know that as you become silver and above, they don't really ever audit anybody below silver because the leadership performance pools start at silver. But just so you know that that is something, and it's just a good practice to have in general, to not take cash and get people to pay you in a way that can be tracked and kept track of. Thanks, Kate and Kanan, for all of that. And just because we're talking about something related-ish, I wanted to share something that just happened to Keisha recently that it's really important that you guys as builders recognize, is that you have to be keeping track of everything in your back office because nobody else really is. So Keisha got really lucky, and doTERRA contacted her because there was a return that was made and it affected her power of 3. So she had hit her power of 3 250 for last month, and this return order caused her power of 3 to come down to $50. It's very rare to get a call, so she's super stoked that she got one. But I'm sharing this with you because you need to check. Once the month ends and you think you hit certain goals and everything's in place, you need to go back into your back office and check that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys right now how to do that so that you guys understand what I mean by that. So let me go ahead and log in. I don't think you can see my screen yet. Hold on, give me a second. You cannot see my screen. Okay. Okay, now you can see my screen. All right, so I'm logging in. Okay, so right here, this is where I'm at right here for this month. You need to go back here and check your previous months. And so you have to check that your rank is still there, that your power of 3 is still there. And then in Keisha's example, she actually had to go in and then find where that order got mixed up. So every day up until the 15th, which is payday, you should be in here checking on, you know, if everything is in the right spot or not, in terms of commission. Okay, so that's really important, and nobody else is keeping track of that but you guys. Okay, also 14-day moves, please set reminders. It used to be where it was manageable to help people keep track of that kind of stuff and be like, did you move your people? I just can't do it anymore. Your uplines might be helping you do that, and that's awesome. But if not, please, please, please make sure, especially when you have new builders, you guys, new builders don't know better. So Kate kind of really touched on something that's really important. We have to start thinking about, we are growing and we need to help grow other people so that they know how to do these things on their own. So please, 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 especially as you're launching new people, make sure you're taking the time to have mentor calls with them. You can use Zoom for free for up to 40 minutes. You're getting in their back office. They understand where they're placing people. They're setting a reminder in their phone, and don't do 14 days. Do, I would say, 10 to 12 day reminder to move people, because if you miss out, doTERRA will not budge on that kind of stuff. Maybe within 24 hours, maybe if you email them, but my mom's shaking her head like, but then again, maybe not. Like, they give you 14 days, and it's tricky because it ends up kind of being more like 13 days. So yeah, those are just like little things that we need to like all start stepping up and really paying attention to the details.
When do just because something jumped in my brain, but when do we start getting orphans? Is it silver rank?
It must be silver.
Okay, because silvers, orphans can be tricky. Just throwing that out if anybody starts to get orphans.
Yeah.
Because they don't show up in your back office. They send you an email and that's it. Like, you gotta remember, you gotta know. And this happened to me, and that's why I say this. Like, I had a great month. I got a lot of enrollments. I had like 3 orphans given to me, super beyond stoked. And I was traveling for baseball and I forgot to move one. And they're just like, sorry, that's it. We gave you the time. And they're right. I literally missed it by a day. No, I had no excuse. Liza was like, didn't you use the idea that we're in Hawaii? And I was like, I never thought about it, but I was actually in California when it happened. But anyways, that once you guys start getting orphans, like, I feel like that's harder to track because it's not in your back office. So you got to put like a little reminder to yourself.
I mean, we all make mistakes, but you just don't want to make a mistake where you leave somebody that has all this gorgeous volume that is just going to waste, or that isn't helping you for your power of 3. And, you know, things can be fixed, but doTERRA's made it a little harder to fix things. And so, and then with orphans, it can be tricky because sometimes they just don't even respond to you. So that kind of sucks too. So, all right. Anybody else? Oh yeah, Fraser.
Wait, what is orphans? I have no
So
idea.
orphans are, once you start hitting, I think it's silver and above, people enroll with doTERRA. They just go to the website and enroll themselves. And doTERRA does not, it wants everyone to have support. They want everyone to have support, not they do not. So they will assign orphans, people that just go to their website and enroll, to people in the geographic location. So Kanani, Kate, and I mean, I've gotten at least 40 orphans since I first hit silver. That sounds excessive, but I feel like it's been a lot, like if I added them all up. So maybe 40 is a lot, maybe 30. But yeah, so you'll just get an email from doTERRA saying, so-and-so enrolled with the company, we need you to support them. And they give you almost like an enrollment email where it has their member ID number and contact information for them. And then they'll say, if you want to move them, you have 14 days by replying to this email and sending it to placement. Sometimes they show up in your office, back office, but very rarely do they. Yeah. So that's what an orphan is. So if you're not yet a silver, don't worry about it. But the first time you get an orphan email, it's kind of cool because you're like, free person, yay. It's really nice. And some of the orphans that have been placed in our team, like I have great relationships with and are super awesome and share and, you know, stuff. So, all right. Anybody else? Any other questions about BOGOs and how you can get ready for those? Okay, so next week, Diana is going to be sharing with us about rose essential oil. We decided to share about that one because December, hopefully we'll have free frank. And so if people are interested in getting a bottle of rose, it's such a good month to do a second PV, second 200 PV LRP to get the free rose. Sorry, not the free rose. The free frankincense with the rose plus all your, LRP points and all of that good stuff. So, and then Mandy Johnston is a doTERRA Gold leader. I use a ton of her graphics. Frazier and I just used her for some mentoring for an exception that we wrote, or that Frazier wrote. And she's kind of like a placements guru. Like, she's taken it upon herself to really study up and understand placements and all of that goodness in doTERRA. So she's going to come on our team call. She's in California. She's going to share with us just some of her knowledge, tips, and tricks. And this is kind of what I'm here to say is that, and this goes back to what Kate shared, like, we just have to build capacity, which means that we have to start funneling out this information that, to be perfectly honest, you guys, is completely self-taught. Like, I had zero business direction when I did this business. I just did it. All of the looking in the back office, catching the nuances, paying attention. It was all self-taught, and it was all like, trial by whatever the term is. And so I feel kind of overwhelmed with the responsibility of teaching people about placements. Like, I placed for 1,500. That's how I placed. Now, you guys have heard me say this, and Mandy will probably talk about this. I don't know that I would recommend that structure anymore to people unless you have solid builders. If you don't have solid builders, I highly recommend just focusing on 2 legs and building to solid premier, helping people to build to solid premier until you've solidified strong builders in your 3 positions, because otherwise you'll end up with what I have, which is quite a few sharerage people that place 100 PV orders but don't really do anything, make a $50 bonus, which, whatever, I'm not mad about. But also to move forward and to really like use those legs to continue to rank is difficult because there's not actually people there that are doing the business. So Mandy's going to talk a little bit about this. She does have like a placements group on Facebook that's self-paced that I want her to talk about. I think it's $29 or $39, and you have lifetime access, and you basically go through them on your own. And that's kind of what I'm, recommending, is that you guys start branching out, going on YouTube, watching placements videos, watching what doTERRA has. I mean, of course, I'm here to advise you, or your enrollers are here to advise you. You should be filling out your Power of 3 tree. That is a great way to help you decide on placements. But ultimately, I need I feel like we need to start building capacity in that area. And so I think Mandy is just such a great resource. So whether or not you choose to utilize the services that she offers, there's tons and tons of stuff out there. But she's going to be on our team call. So please, please, please come to our team call, because we want to show up whenever we have guest speakers. And then please, please, please invite all of your people as well. Every level can use some coaching in the area of placement. So can I. So can Kanan. So can Kate. Like, I feel like actually now that I've built out to 1,500, I kind of have no idea now when I'm placing people. It's kind of like this like bizarre, I'm just like randomly putting people places. So definitely tune in next week. Okay. Anything else? No, I think that's it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up for yourselves, for your team, for your business. Let's take our team pick. Got an angle here. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Oh, and if you didn't see Diana's post in the builders group, but I went and snagged all 3 shelves that she showed at TJ Maxx. I don't think I'm gonna keep all 3 of them, but super cute shelves. If you didn't see her picture, it's in our builders group, but like super cute open shelving for oils. So go check them out. Okay, everybody. Good night. You're not surprised, Kanan.